Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hi, everybody.
Jesus.
Welcome to the
Hello.
show.
Welcome to this. Right? This, whatever it is.
It's fucking mess.
It is what it is.
Right.
We say what we said.
Right. I said what I said.
That's right. Damn it.
So I says to the broad, I says,
Broad. I remember our son used to throw that around all the time, man.
what?
Just saying broad. Now
Well,
it's a little bit offensive.
Yeah. Well, hold on. There's a meme that's from let me go to it real quick here. Come on. There we go. No? Okay. Screen share because my camera sucks.
That's a mean meme.
What?
I don't know. Okay.
Hold on, let me do a global dark because I forgot white is blinding. Yeah. This baby, he's like, so it says to the broad, it says, less nip, more nip. Am I right? He totally looks like doubles, dub bears. Doubles, dub bears.
Baby.
Dub baby, dub bears.
Baby.
I ate a baby. The other white meat. So,
yeah.
Yeah. What's going on with Ian this week?
Oh, you knows.
I don't. That's why I asked.
Not a whole lot.
Fascinating.
Was a little bit sorry we're a little bit late getting to the show, but
Ain't no one listening to this shit live, dude. Don't worry.
you do a live show.
Who the hell? No one listen to your ass. Yeah, I know. You gotta rub it in. Yeah.
Hey, at least we're real.
Are we? I mean, like, are we?
We're about as real as the Matrix, I guess, right? That's real.
Okay, bald dude from the first one.
It tastes real.
Yeah, that's what she said. So
Hey.
anyway, yeah.
A lot of scientists say that we're probably just a simulation, just because of all the limits of physics and shit, like the speed of light and everything. And
I know
because
kung fu.
you'd think that shit would be a little bit faster just to be able to compare the size of the universe and stuff,
So you're saying that the universe is lagging because this is in the Matrix?
I guess so, because they said that's like that there's a speed limit on there just so it doesn't have, it's like your draw distance or something like that.
Oh no. You're saying the Matrix is on an I3 and we're bottlenecked?
That's why there's all like I've seen them talk about other shit like how it could be a simulation too, because there's like other things that try to make it more efficient, like like that whole quantum physics things where everything's like a jumbled mess or something, and unless if you view it, then it's like all the particles and stuff are like normal, kind of like if the tree falls in the woods kind of thing.
Uh-huh. Now, the person talking about this, Ian, did they say that the Obama turned the frogs gay?
No.
Okay.
No, it was like that. You ever hear that scientist Michio Kaku or whatever?
Nope.
Uh,
Kaku.
No, it's just like theoretical physicists and stuff talk about that a lot,
Oh, no, I didn't. No.
Because they say that, like, do you know anything about quantum physics and like how it, like, you could affect the like quantum interactions and stuff just by it being observed or whatever?
If I do know anything, I don't know that I know.
Yeah.
Like I know the facts, but I don't know what category they fall under. Like I know a little bit of trig, but I didn't take a trig class. I took a fucking geometry class that had trig in it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's real fucking trig and what's fucking geometry. So.
Yeah, because I remember seeing a documentary about some of that shit, because they were saying like how scientists were trying to test like how if like explosions and stuff are impact energy differently, like vertically versus like diagonally or whatever, because I guess it would take more energy to go diagonally, because like the pixels of the universe would be like, you'd have to go from a greater distance diagonally than I guess the pixel like horizontal and vertical, I guess.
Well, I wonder if they have anti-aliasing on.
Yeah, right. But no, there's a lot of limitation that you have to get around just to be able to do shit. Like how we're getting to basically the size limit of like transistors and shit. We're gonna have to figure out sideways shit.
Right. I think it'll just be like like the AMD with the chiplets. They'll just jury rig a fucking way to stick more onto the same thing. So it'll be like less silicon and more fucking, diodes. Just wow, wow.
Yeah.
And then, meanwhile, they can barely work on a cell phone that doesn't break the first year you have it. So anyway, dog. So that's what you've been up to, thinking about quantum mechanics and the makings of the universe, huh?
Yeah. I haven't lately. That's just what I just thought about second.
Then that's lately then.
Well, yeah, but not like during the week, I guess.
This is the weekend, so you're still wrong.
To be fair, I think about that stuff all the time,
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
No, I'm not a deep thinker.
You don't have deep thoughts? You're not a deep thinker?
When I do have deep thoughts, is deep thoughts with Jack Handy. Those are my deep thoughts. No, I have deep thoughts, but it's usually like when I'm, in the morning, if I drink a bunch of coffee too fast and I'm all, thinking like 10 moves ahead of what I'm supposed to do, and I'm not doing anything complex, so my mind just starts wandering. Because, the thing about a physical job is I don't have to think about what the hell I'm doing. And even when I'm in like complete, autopilot mode, I do my job and have to help other people. So I kind of just shut off my brain and think about shit that doesn't matter. And that's when I have thoughts like that. Yeah. I don't do it while I'm driving because next thing I know, I'm in some county. Where the hell am I? So.
No, but like when you're on the John and shit.
Oh no, I'm on the John. It's all, cat videos and memes.
Or if you're in bed, if you ever in bed not like sleeping where you're just staring at the ceiling.
No. I don't actually don't do that because I have really bad vision in the dark. Like in the dark, everything's either black or not. There's like how it's supposed to be like varying shades of gray since like there's no actual light to make color. So when you get in the dark, everything's like it is just different gray tones. Nah, not me. I run into my own like going to just the John from my bed. I'd run into walls and shit. I can't see any goddamn thing. So if I look up, I just see black. And I like if my dog gets up and makes a noise that I have to investigate and see what the hell, like what they're playing with to make sure it's a toy instead of something that's not. I have to fucking pull out my phone as a flashlight and shit. And I try and be all like smooth so they don't see it. They're just like keep doing what they're doing so I can watch them. But it's never smooth. It's always like fucking spaz, and they go, "What the hell's the matter with you, man?" So, no, I don't stare at the ceiling. If I'm laying in bed, I'm either reading shit on my phone, my tablet, or watching TV or sleeping.
Sweet.
So, if lights are out, I don't even see the ceilings there.
All right. Before we get into what I've been up to during the week, though.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we could just get into it right now, real quick.
You sure there's not some other quantum physics and mechanics thing you want to touch on? Neil deGrasse Tyson there?
Nah. Yeah, just been working on trying to finish up some more models and shit. Like I've been working on this LED ring here. The model for it. I made this LED strip model just for a visualization of seeing how it'll be when I 3D print it out. And then because I had to modify this thing to fit for the addressable LED strips that I'm going to use. Because I originally made it just for the standard ones,
right?
Like the 4 and 5 pin ones. I was going to do it for the 5 pin, but then I had to make it taller just for the width of the pins because this is like the thickness of just 3 pins is almost the thickness of the strip, and I wanted to keep the thickness down as much as I could. I wish I could do it like how the Fantex had it, where it was totally flat, but they have some kind of board where it's like a ring or something, where it's like a flat circuit board.
It's like a big piece of plastic.
Yeah. But so
it's like when you look up Fantex, you'll see like generic ones that don't even have the black. It's just a plastic ring.
Yeah. Right. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to, like bend these a little bit over and then solder to the contact. These are like the pads here. And then this gets glued into the little notch here. And then these will be the pins for the thing. Because I wanted to make it, like modular and shit, and like, like I'll make like Y splitter cables and stuff so you could daisy chain them and shit, But yeah,
Don't say. I need to buy some 120 millimeter halos for my fans for the other side of my radiator.
yeah, I was gonna make this adjustable so I could like have this thing like scale and I could enter into like a number or whatever
Mm-hmm.
into it. You know, like the size like 120 or 140.
Mm-hmm.
Because I made, I'll show you on this other,
Excuse me.
this other file here. I made it where it's like I could actually tweak like the settings and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I could adjust like the width, the length and width and shit.
Gotcha.
And like how many, you know, I could keep going forever. They even make LED strips that are like double row. Like
Oh. Uh-huh.
but yeah, I even have it where you can adjust like the pin count and shit. Whoops. So you can set it to like 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And also I did the same thing for my this cable comb model where I could specify how many columns and rows that has.
Mm.
So like, and I even have presets on here where you could have it be for like a Molex or SATA. SATA is a 5x1. The EPS power, you know, that's just like a 4-pin usually.
Mm-hmm.
And like a PCI for like a 6 or the 8. Or you do like the ATX motherboard thing, cable comb, you know.
Hmm.
And then these will all be able to be 3D printable then, you know.
Gotcha.
Kind of nifty, I guess.
It's like that little drop I had sent you. Little cable doodads.
Yeah, little cable doodads.
Oh, almost for, save 20 cents. Oh, but wait, filament also costs money.
But no, it's just fun building it like that. I haven't seen any kind of rigs like that on the Thingiverse. I've seen some cable combs, but they all look kind of crappy on there. I mean, you get what you pay for usually. A lot of times, the problem is a lot of times people put them in from like other different kind of software, and they don't really like have the model that optimized and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of times they use like software for like engineering and like, you know, like SolidWorks or whatever, you know.
Uh-huh.
And the 3D model is just like kind of messy. But yeah, I've been looking around. I found a Wi-Fi thing for the addressable strip I'm gonna buy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's about $25. So that's not too bad. It's about half that Node Pro thing. And I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even sure if that would work with my strips or not, you know?
Right, probably not, because they, you know, will just use their, you know, proprietary bullshit.
I want your money.
Right? They want your money.
I want you just to spend money on us.
I mean, isn't that how it works?
Yeah. So yeah, the only thing is that I got to figure out how to adopt it to my thing. I figured out you can use the wires from like a USB cable, because I have a couple of cables that that where like you ever have that where the one end is like the wires are starting to show and it's like kind of fraying and stuff. You ever have that where a USB, like a charging cable, actually physically is like breaking down? Just getting some wear and tear on it?
I mean, most of the time I just get like the ones with the rubber on the outside, and when you can see the inner wires, I throw the fucker away.
Well, I kept them because I was like, I might be able to use the other end someday. So
Nah, I don't do that.
well, no, not you, but
I don't solder, so
right. But I was just figuring like you could I was researching and that the USB does deliver 5 volts, but they only it delivers about 2 amps.
Mm-hmm.
And I calculated for mine that 2 amps should be able to cover about like a couple feet, I think. Because the whole roll, which is like 16 feet, I think is like 20 amps. It's ridiculous. I guess it's a lot of amperage. Yeah, it's a lot of amperage because I guess it has to do the white also for the addressable. So I don't know.
Oh.
But yeah, so I figure you could just use like the 2 power, because there's 2 power and 2 data on the USB. And on an addressable strip, there's 2 power and then there's just 1 data line.
Oh.
So yeah, I was researching that. So I could at least use it for testing and stuff because I had to go through my bin because I have like a bin of wires and cables and stuff, and
yeah,
I was trying to look to see if I even have a way to test it or whatever before I put it in, just slap it into my computer,
Right.
Just want to make sure nothing blows up first. But no, I have a couple of 2 amp 5 volt DC things because I'm pretty sure that when I get the Wi-Fi module, it's going to take a 5 volt like DC input, I think. But yeah, so yeah, it'll be interesting to be able to. It's nice because the addressable is 5 volt. Then you could use USB or whatever. But what I'm gonna have to do is I might find see if I could find a couple like SATA power connectors, because I might start trying to use those instead of to power the Wi-Fi module instead of doing, because I mean you could do Molex too, but you were saying people have bad experience with those Molexes, huh?
I mean it's outdated, and Molex is SATA, lose all your data. I'm scared to use it, especially this day and age. Just use SATA, fuck it.
Yeah. Well, I got to find a way of going from, the SATA to a DC, which I've done with the Molex. I've soldered the the negative and positive to the Molex to a DC plug. But that was easy because they have like a female Molex connectors or whatever. But I was trying to look on eBay and stuff for like a female SATA thing, basically like the same kind of connector that's on like your hard drive or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's harder to find than the other way, because the other way is isn't it like a male that goes off from the power supply usually?
I think you're right.
Yeah. So basically I need the opposite connection that's usually on the SSD or whatever.
Gotcha.
So I got to figure out a way, unless if they have those already. But the problem is when you get those type of things, they charge those, they're like expensive as fuck. Whereas if you just find like the actual like raw connectors and you just solder a couple wires on there yourself, it's like way cheaper.
Right.
I guess shit that's made for a specific purpose, so I guess it ends up being a lot more expensive.
Right.
It's usually
anytime.
like it's more than the sum of its parts, you know.
Right. Well, like when you say workstation, it costs more than if it was just gaming.
Gaming.
Yeah, gaming costs more than, non-gaming, and you can game on fucking anything.
Yeah, Linus did all that shit, all those videos on gaming shit
It's just marketing,
comparisons.
right?
Yeah, just like it's made for prosumers and shit,
Yep.
professionals.
Prosumer.
But
Same old shit.
anyways, now that I've rambled on, what's been going on with you, man? You been doing anything productive?
No. Mostly just work.
You been getting back into the grind, feeling a little bit better?
Yeah, I actually made it to work a whole week this week. But it's not been fun cuz work sucks.
Work.
Right. I didn't really get any time to dick around on my computer and try and make any drops. I tried to make a little thing with my phone because I could record, but like I was like, well, I need to record some vocals too, and the microphone isn't the best on a phone when you got it in the to where you can actually play the keyboard on it. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'll just do it when I can use this thing. So
Yeah. Now, did you do a drop this week? I thought you said something about that.
nah, I was gonna, but I didn't.
Okay. I want to get
So
that. I want to do a bunch of like. My goal is to get like a list of, like just like random drops for the intro
mhm.
and for the outro too. Like for the outro, one of them I was gonna get that the LABs have a good day.
And then he gets you for copyright. Winning.
For like 3 words.
Right. All right. Did you want to start on stations or video of the week?
Um. Hmm. Hmm. I'd rather not do either, sir.
I don't give a fuck.
Too much head. Uh-oh, better slow
Soda
down.
Talk with Frank and
spilling.
Ian.
Too much
Right.
head, Frank.
That's what.
If there was ever such a thing.
I was
such
gonna
a
say
thing,
that's not English.
Too much head and too many guitars.
Right. And that's like too
What?
much. That's like too much money.
Too much money.
Too much fun. You're just talking nonsense now, man. So what you drinking on, sir?
I don't know. I would have to be honest. Like I would feel at a certain point where like there would be too much money for me. Just like living. There could be like too big of a house for just me. You know.
You're still not speaking English.
I don't want to be one of those like lonely people that's like lives in a giant mansion.
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't live alone, so
Well, that's good for you.
just me and my wife and the dogs. Yeah, we could have a big place. That'd be cool.
Well, yeah, if you have people like, well, it'd be like that Richie Rich, you know.
Hold on a second, my is downloading an update. Apparently, is taking forever. Pause. Okay.
And like if you had a bunch of money, it'd be like a lot of responsibility. You think like if you had the same amount of money as like Elon Musk, you think you would be as successful as him?
Nah, no, not at all. I'd be like, dude, I have billions of dollars. What do I got to do now? Nothing. No responsibility. It's the race is over. Boom, mic drop. I'm done.
I'd feel like, like the Uncle Ben.
What from Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Isn't he dead?
Too much money, too much responsibility. You'd be
There he goes.
yeah, I'm just an immortal, man. I'm just a mortal being. There's
So what
way
do you
too much shit for one person.
What are you drinking on, Ian?
Okay, well, I'm drinking on a BB here.
Pee-pee, what?
BB Blast.
Oh.
And then I got, to kill my teeth even more, I got a red one.
Hmm.
And I got some toilet water.
Mm.
Some water from the toilet.
Yeah.
Do you guys always make sure you have your toilet seats down or whatever?
I mean, yeah.
That's good.
You have to.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want, like dogs with poo breath.
Yeah.
I don't want dogs with poo breath. Do you?
No, I mean, dog's breath doesn't particularly smell good as it is, but
Right.
what are you drinking now?
Well, right now I got a dew ice. Still got a balls cherry chilling on the back. Then I got a 7-Up diet cherry and toilet water, all just in case. I don't know what I'm gonna actually drink. This is all just possibilities.
Now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen that dew ice for a while.
Yeah,
By me.
it's good. That's why I got rid of it.
You've been stretching it out though, huh? Like the last year's bottle blast.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, this is 7-Up cherry. Balls cherry. They have that every so often. Like,
Yeah.
I bought like 6 bottles, and that's all they had.
But you do have like a real can of dew ice?
No, that's gone.
Uh
I wish I did.
oh, I thought you mentioned it though.
Nah, you did.
Okay. I could have sworn dew ice came out of your mouth before I even mentioned it.
I have regular dew ice, not dew ice cherry.
Yeah, I mean dew ice cherry. I haven't even seen regular or cherry dew ice. I haven't even seen in the stores at all.
Oh no, I got this in the store just like last week at my local grocery store, dog.
Huh.
You just don't go to the right places.
I guess not, man.
And this is just Kroger, which is
Yeah, we don't got any Kroger down here.
yeah. You got Marks.
Yeah, Marks and Giant Eagles and shit.
Well, we got Giant Eagle too. They probably have it. I haven't been in a long time.
Well, I say Acme. Or
Hmm?
Acme or whatever. We have Acme. Some of those and Save a Lots too.
Hmm.
There's also Walmart. Walmart's might have those too.
Hmm.
I haven't checked in one lately though. Usually their pop selection isn't that great.
Walmart.
Yeah.
They used to have the ice cherry, but they haven't had it in a while. I
Do you
don't
ever
know
get
why.
like shit from Walmart, like groceries or just like everyday shit?
I mean, that's usually where we go
Oh, okay.
because they have the most options with stuff.
Is your wife better with like the cute? Does she do all the couponing and shit and get the best deals?
I mean, we don't really do that too much. We like just make a little list because we don't get a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
No, we don't have time to cook, dude. Are you kidding me? Remember, we both work. And like, I didn't get home today until like 6:30. So
So what do you usually do for dinner?
well, like I said, we call Chipotle the regular. So
Oh boy,
yeah,
well, it's better than a 2 baconators a day, right?
yeah, that's what I used to have. They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're real good. But damn,
Yeah, you can't have them all the time. Bad for you. Anything in
that
excess is bad for you, really. Except money.
that new Wendy's girl, I remember, you don't see her in the commercials too often anymore, but she was pretty hot. You'd see her like eating one of those or something.
The one they
Which
never,
I bet,
the one they never said was Wendy,
yeah,
because like they'd
she
have the
would,
real Wendy.
right. But you would never catch her eating that shit though.
Yeah, she was always just like drinking the teas.
Yeah. No, like all those models and shit eating hamburgers, they'd be like, they probably have to vomit that shit up when they get done, you know?
Ew, that's nasty.
Gotta keep that figure, man.
So, anyway, sir,
LA Beast it.
excuse me. I
And by the way,
apologize.
did you watch any of the LA Beast videos with him opening up those cards and shit? I don't know if you saw the
Nah,
thumbnails for those.
I saw the thumbnails, but no,
Uh,
no, I didn't watch that shit.
well,
No.
spoiler alert, he found what he's looking for. Yeah.
I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Yeah, he was looking for one of
Michael
those,
Jordan's rookie card, right?
yeah, Michael Jordan rookie card. And of course, when he finds it, he's like going crazy. He's like spits on it a little bit, so they end up giving him. I think it's like a 4 ranking or whatever, because he did a second video about how he had to mail it in, and they had to give him mail it back to him with like a like a ranking of like the value and shit.
Mm.
I forget what it was called, the ranking system. But
Well,
yeah, because I don't really never collected cards and shit. But
mm.
I guess he was expecting it to be like $1,000 or something, whereas like the most mint condition ones could go for like 10,000.
Mm.
Yeah. So because there was a couple water spots from when he like was like spitting and going crazy.
Mm.
But yeah, he hasn't been a lot of crazy with the videos lately. I mean,
No,
just like I remember he used to do like those streams all the time, which I never really watched those. Those were kind of boring.
right?
It
Like
was just like
vlog.
a talking head video, yeah.
I figured it had to be a little boring now that he moved in with his parents.
Oh, he had to move back with his parents?
Well, yeah, you don't remember that when he like moved back into the garage because
Oh yeah, I think I remember something about that, yeah.
he was driving back across country and he got in a car accident and it was fucking with him, if I remember correctly.
Hmm.
Anyway, so your video of the week, sir.
My
DIY
video.
is DIY thermal paste, huh?
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything else to do for this week for the video of the week. And like I was saying, I might do that this week. Mentioned it last week, so I decided to.
Uh,
It was interesting.
I haven't watched this one yet. I've seen the thumbnails,
Yeah.
but basically they just try different things as thermal paste, huh?
Yep.
Is this because Linus wasn't there?
Yeah, well, I think they mentioned that they were going to do it when Linus was leaving. They were telling him what things they were planning on doing because he did like a vlog or whatever before he left.
Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't seen this one.
yeah, he did. Linus will do a cell phone vlog to act like he's human now and then. I guess act like he's not too big.
Right. Give me the spoiler though. Did they actually find something they could use?
Yeah, it was mustard. Actually, ended up being one of the better things, but like they tried other inorganic stuff, because of course the mustard and shit's gonna rot away.
Right.
They actually tried like a diamond powder type of thing that was like particles, like fine diamond particles or whatever, or carbon particles.
Uh-huh.
And they tried mixing that in with like a type of silicone grease or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they had high hopes for that one because I guess that like the icy graphite and stuff, their thermal paste is they had like some kind of carbon particulates or diamond because they call it like icy diamond thermal paste, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So they tried replicating it because I guess a lot of those thermal pastes are pretty, like, they don't list like chemicals or anything in there, so like it's like a pretty guarded secret, with a lot of different
Well, yeah,
brands.
it's the secret sauce.
Yeah.
What are we
Yeah.
gonna say? Are ingredients 1, 2, and 3, and then the next week someone else has it?
Right. Yeah. I felt like they probably could have done more to experiment, like maybe mixing in different kinds of like metal shavings or whatever to conduct the heat and shit better. And find other substances, but it's kind of just like a goof off because they did, like I said, they did mustard and they did that and they did some kind of what else did they use? Like some kind of Vaseline. They mixed that in with toothpaste because that's like the most popular one that people, because I think Jade tried that or something.
Well, like they said, the regular thermal paste from Intel, like the TIM, that goes under the heat spreader, they call that toothpaste because it's so shitty.
It what?
The the Intel, the paste that goes under the heat spreader to the actual chip, like
That's like
so
real shitty.
yeah, they call it toothpaste because it's so shitty.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you were to take a guess, though, like what kind of base, because there's got to be some kind of like basic ingredients and shit in there, right?
Basic bitch.
Basic bitch.
So
what I would have tried maybe was like different, like maybe like polishing compounds or something, maybe like that's like got some kind of particle, because you have to have some kind of particles in there.
Nah.
Well, then what do you think?
Cocaine, Jack. So
Okay.
my video of the week, I actually have two because one I found earlier and I realized there's not as much to talk about, but it's still dope, so I wanted to show it.
Okay. Well, why should we talk about it if you're not going to talk about mine?
Well, I mean, you kind of gave the rundown. They tried stuff, they goofed off, and it didn't really hold up the same as what you would expect from like the
Right,
like,
but if you expect me to give thoughts on yours, why don't you give thoughts on mine?
well, okay, I apologize. Like I mean, really, like I think the properties of a thermal compound would be very hard to just guesstimate. Like, obviously the name brand ones have had years of practice and secrets under their belt, and like just for the sake of a YouTube video, any actual ability to do anything is going to be limited by time, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's not like like you said, they're not handing out their secrets, so everything's going to be kind of tightly under wrapped, and you're only going to hear what little bit can come out. So, I mean, you're really going to just be kind of flying blind unless you strike it gold as a thermal grease manufacturer. Like you stumble upon something that, oh, we never thought of doing this. Which I'm sure, like you said, pads just recently have come out as a thing. And how long have people just been using fucking paste?
Right. I just think that there's got to be some kind of like basic ingredients that they share. Different brands probably add extra shit in there that probably helps them specifically, but like there's got to be some kind of like common thing in there that like is because all of them are all like white. I know that. There's got to be like some kind of basic starting like starting paste or something.
It's just all like white toothpaste and then different levels of graphite.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of number 2 pencil shavings in the one tube, and the other tube has got like charcoal bits.
Yeah. But anyways, what was yours about? Because yeah, it did seem like there was other things. You had some things to talk about this one too.
Well, the first one, I was just I on my news feed that like Google does obviously follow you and go, hey, you read about this thing. Here's some shit that's relevant to your interests. And sometimes, yes. Obviously I'm a big Fallout, fag. And this guy, oh, come on. I clicked the fucking
Are you frozen? Uh-oh.
hold on.
Okay.
Goddamn Google. Okay. Here we go. So this guy's, was it his grandma? He said somebody gave him an old Zenith black and white TV set, and his PlayStation that he was playing Fallout 3 on can plug into an old CRT tube, TV. So, excuse me, he does a playthrough of Fallout 3 on an old black and white TV set.
Huh.
And it looks pretty cool because, it's pretty true to the, game series. And I think this is just the intro. I think he actually links like whether you want to watch it in 720 or, the whole thing in 4K, whatever. And then he's got a couple of knickknacks that are, around the area. So it looks, like this really could have just been a scene from the, within the game, more or less.
I still can't believe that there used to be 4K VHSs, or not 4K, but HD.
Yeah. I mean, Laserdisc is still actually considered some of the best quality footage you can find.
Yeah.
So,
Well, so what was like the conversation around this, or was this just like, did you say you had two?
yes, this is the one that I realized, oh, there's not a whole lot to talk about, but it's still pretty dope. Like, I'll include the link. It's the entire playthrough of an hour and a half through the main quest line. So if I watch Let's Plays, and if you feel like watching it, cool. If you're not into it, that's cool too. I got something that actually, is got talking points. It says another Linus videos, oddly enough,
Oh,
motherfucker.
okay.
And you had asked, is Linus back, or is the show, like, is everything autopilot? Well, he's in this one. Spoiler alert. And I actually sent this to Ben because Apple won't like this. ...
Oh, I saw the thumbnail for that one.
Yeah, basically, that's how to run Mac OS, or whatever the hell they call it now, on any PC. Because to get a Hackintosh, you have to have a certain, CPU, certain GPU, blah 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 blah. And I sent this to Ben, like, hey, if you don't like the hardware that's available on the next Mac, you could build any old computer and do this. And he thought the whole process was so convoluted. He's like, oh yeah, sure. And I'm like, well, fucking okay then. I don't give a goddamn if you... Did you watch this one at all or no?
No, I wanted to. I was thinking about doing it. I should have bookmarked that because that could have been some good Doug news.
Doug news. Well, basically, their method is you install Linux on a box, and then you run a virtual machine, and you install Mac OS into the virtual machine, and then you can either run Linux or the Mac. So, like, to use your USB devices, you would have to get a USB card, which is, still not that expensive.
No.
So it can act as a pass-through, and like, you'd have to download some, patches and fixes to be able to fully utilize it. But they put on a test bed and try it out. And I was like, yeah, they do it. I think that's actually a Ryzen setup that they're dicking around with. So, I mean, it would totally be economical just to go out and build a fucking Ryzen computer, and then you could put Linux in it, Windows on it, and Mac OS. Realistically.
Yeah.
And since it's virtualized, you could even probably put it all in the one virtual machine and just have one host operating system.
Right, that'd be pretty awesome. I think the part that's the illegal part, though, is you have to get like a Mac OS ROM, right?
Well, that's why in the requirements you have to have an access to an actual Mac to get the because High Sierra is free, but they want you to use it for their devices. And there's a patch that's like the patcher made it for, like, if you've got an older Mac that doesn't support the latest OS, it patches it so you can use it. And like I said, I don't want to spoil the whole thing because it's not even a 20-minute video, but he does a disclaimer. He's like, technically everything is piracy, yada yada, but come on.
Well, you used to have Macs and shit. Like, how do you get like a Mac ROM? Because I don't think they really have anything similar to like the Windows media creation tool or whatever, where you can make like an ISO or a thumb drive or whatever. Do they?
Well, that's what he does. He puts it on a thumb drive. I don't know, like, exactly. I don't remember exactly how it worked because I wasn't following that closely because I wasn't, step by step waiting to do it myself. I was just getting the general gist of it. But basically, I think I haven't updated in a while because I don't have High Sierra. I've got whatever. My old iMac doesn't go up that high. So, apparently the way you do it now is just from the App Store or whatever. So, I mean, I like at the end of the video though, he's like, this is open ended to you guys watching this. If you want to see like Threadripper builds or like running Windows and Mac and Android on, or not Android, and Linux on one box, and then seeing which one's best. I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities. I like it, and if my brother really wants a new computer and an iMac or a new Mac is retarded, then just build yourself a nice little decent Ryzen box and put this shit on it so you can still use your apps that you paid for. Because if you have the software, why not be able to fucking run it?
Right, of course.
Because if you went straight to Windows, well, then you'd have to rebuy every damn thing.
Yeah.
Only thing is, you might, if he wants to like run certain like cards and stuff, like he might, I don't know, whatever. What depends on what he is using. He might have trouble with pass through. I don't know, but he's afraid to get his hands dirty, I guess.
Yeah.
I sent it to him, and his message back was, "Oh yeah, sure." And next up, we're gonna be making a dinosaur. All you have to do is invent a time machine. I'm like, it's not that fucking complicated, dude. So, but that was my videos of the week. This is actually, a thinker. Yeah,
well, that's what I was saying. Thanks for taking the time to talk about these, because these I like to do videos that are like this, where it's like, it has some kind of discussion about it. Otherwise, we just slap it in with our news article links and shit,
Yeah.
But they're pretty cool. And good video too, man.
Well, thank you. You as well. I mean, I know that the last couple of weeks it's kind of been like, and what the hell is actually interesting?
Well, the idea, I think the idea behind the video is way better than what they actually executed.
Yeah, because literally, like, they just started up and go, "Hey, look, it's a Mac. Okay, goodbye." Like, there's no benchmarks or nothing, but to show that it's possible.
Yeah, well, they did show some, like temperatures and stuff a little bit, but they didn't do any like full scale benchmarking with the thermal.
Nah. I mean, what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah.
They're like,
well, they had to clean it off after everything. That's the pain in the ass part, I'm sure, too.
Right. Well, I mean, if they're using alcohol, that takes damn near everything off, unless you're, well, what kind of a motherboard were they using? Because pins.
I forget, man. They were using expensive ass. I think they were using one of those couple $1,000 Xeons, though.
Of course they were.
Of course they were when he was gone, right?
Right. Ends up in the garbage disposal.
I still remember that time he was like, "It's not funny."
Oh, I
forget what the guy did. He like fucked up his like $1,000 laptop or something.
Oh, the guy Anthony hooked up a power over Ethernet cable into his laptop, and the problem is that Ethernet cable had power coming out of it, and it killed the laptop. And Jake thought it was hilarious, and Linus didn't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, why would you think it's funny if you just blew $1,000 for a video?
I don't know. Maybe he was thinking it was that it would be recoverable or something somehow, or like it wouldn't be that bad. I don't know. Sometimes people are they're not all like assholes, or just stupid,
Yeah. I keep meaning to show my wife some of those videos with Jake and the other guys, but she already thinks the people I watch on YouTube, that guy's annoying. I'm like, oh boy, you haven't seen these guys then. They try to be annoying. To where the fans go, no, seriously, why do you keep him around?
Wendell's cool though.
I showed a video to somebody. I was like, do you guys think this guy's cringy? And they're like, all YouTubers are cringy. I was like, even Wendell? Because he's smooth. He's he's a technological Bob Ross.
Yep.
All right. Would you like to get in the battle station, sir? Before
Sure.
the sun comes up?
Yeah, we should move along. Shouldn't we?
Move along, move along. Don't loiter, don't loiter.
Man your battle stations. Man your battle stations.
Station.
Yeah, we just kind of get on a tangent and just keep going. We're like, so how are you doing? Well, first, let me tell you about quantum mechanics. We need to like get like an egg timer. It's like, okay, you get to comment for 30 seconds, and next guy.
Well, I tried to explain it to you, so because I'm not that dumb. I had some kind of understanding of what they were talking about. It's just trying to get into words, you know.
Mm-hmm. Now I think is that Boba Fett in the top right corner?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
But my theme for this week is just some like clean, basic single screen setups. I wanted them to be like clean, where there's like not too much around them, no like crazy nano leaves and lighting everywhere too much.
Clean screen. I heard screen. What?
Like real clean setups with just like one screen. Not like
I don't understand. What are you talking about? One screen?
Am I breaking it up?
No, I'm saying one screen. That's madness.
You don't understand the English. Huh?
No, what kind of child needs one screen? Oh, are these people like, this is their first computer, so they're intimidated?
Well, if you had to live with one screen, you would definitely go for your 4K, right? That's what I'm assuming most of these are.
I don't know. It's like asking me which one of your children would you let live, Ian. It's horrible. Actually, I was considering one, like, I always try to budget what I get for like my Christmas money. I'm like, okay, really, I get this much. What toy do I want this year? And I'm like, I've got a TV, and everyone rides my ass about the, refresh rate and all that. Maybe I could get a decent, high refresh rate monitor. Because, my one monitor isn't LG, and I wanted to switch them all to LG. So I was like, well, what's the, highest LG refresh rate monitor that I can get, right?
Right, because, a 2080, you're probably missing out on a lot of frames, You got a lot of overhead there, right? Frames a second. Like, did you ever try to test what your frames a second were on any of your games? Like, I forget how you do that. Get like a frame counter on there.
Well, like NVIDIA has one built into it that doesn't show up in the recordings. It just comes up while you're playing.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, if I just got this 34-inch here, it's only it's 34, so it's 21 by 9. I think it's 21 by 9. Yeah, 21 by 9. But it wouldn't be 4K, but still, I'd look at only replacing my 34-inch because I'm not replacing the 4K. But for the FreeSync model, it'd be $450, and you can use FreeSync with a 20 series. If I really wanted to go G-Sync, then I'd be looking at, where's the 34-inch? $600.
Yeah, just multiply by 3
for 144 hertz.
Well, if you had the money, you'd do that giant screen that Linus put in their, like their lounge area wherever or whatever, where it's like a 4K 140 hertz or whatever, like the first like giant, like I think it was like a 50-inch, and it was technically a gaming screen, not a TV.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, really, like I said, my, since I built this system when Fallout 76 came out, that frame rate is capped at 60 anyway. So even at 60 hertz, I'm right at max anyway. So I'm not missing much.
For those that don't know, hertz equals frames per second.
Basically,
yeah.
This guy, he tried so hard. I tried so hard and I lost it all.
Oh, you don't like that super ultra one?
Okay, from the actual tabletop up, dope. Everything else is danglers.
Oh, you don't like that? Those wires.
Those wires dope. Nah, son. Nah, it ain't me.
Well, it's got to plug into the wall. What should you do about the wall?
Make the cables look nice.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's more that you could do with them, but
well, like the laptop does not have to be in the middle of the desk.
Right.
And like he purposely put the charger behind the desk, like it was gonna he could put a panel up and not even straighten any of these fucking cables out, and you just wouldn't see anything. Right?
Yeah. Right.
Or he could just bunch this shit together and run it down the side. You'd never know. Because think about it, that light that's above the monitor, where the fuck does it plug in?
Right. They were clean with that, right?
Yeah. And the computer's right against the wall. Do you see a bulging pile of cables?
No.
Then why the hell are the speakers and shit all wired, dangling, stupid looking?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I assume though that that's like the only place you could probably plug in all that shit. Like, you have to run it down, but it'd probably have to go up to that plug eventually there.
Second comment, don't scroll down.
Yeah.
And then it says spoilers for Endgame below this comment.
You don't know shit.
So yeah.
What would it be if it was cable managed to you though? That'd be pretty decent.
Yeah.
If you just like covered up the bottom.
Yeah, if you squint, it looks alright.
Yeah, zoom in and can you zoom in and do that with the screen?
Hold on. Hello? Wait on the thing. There we go. Hold on.
There you go. I guess, I mean.
The sliders don't want to work. But, yeah.
It's okay. But, yeah, we get the picture.
Yeah. Like right here, yeah. That's doesn't get much better than that. Oh, yes, it gets a lot better than that. Yeah. It gets so much better. Whoops. God damn it. I fucked up. Okay.
Done fucked up.
Yeah.
How's that possible?
Now that's one. A guy was like, "Do you guys like monitors like this?" And people were actually like, "I hate turning my head so much." I'm like, "Shut up, you pussy." You could probably tell right away what I don't like about this setup. I'll wait.
Well, the thing I don't like is I wish they had better angles and more of them. I guess
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I don't know. They don't have any sub on there. They don't have any. Yeah, don't have nothing to listen to. Doesn't look like.
That keyboard is trash.
Is that like a chiclet?
It's those fake typewriter keys. They're like round.
You don't like that? Those custom keys or whatever?
Nah. Those are the suck.
Too tacky, huh?
Too tacky, too small, and nah. Nah, son, nah.
Well,
So, nah.
I mean, that's a more of a personal style choice, I guess. You know. They obviously like were really into it for them to get that type of thing. All right. Um. Oh, you're frozen up again.
And damn,
Hello.
Google.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
Google.
did you just say
I said
before?
I was trying to click on it and it froze.
Uh,
Now I'm gonna pour some beverage. Please hold. Yep, that's the girl from Ipanema. Love that song. And add another. Can you hear that?
yeah.
It's my bottle cap to my collection. I got a bunch of little bottle caps and bobby pins.
You got any Nuka Cola bottle caps?
Actually, no. Okay, I do, but I have regular Nuka Cola, not Nuka Cola Quantum bottle caps
Yeah.
because they're different. I have some red ones that say Nuka Cola on them. Aw, a pupper.
Yeah, this is my extra one. I saw this. I was like, oh, I'll just throw it in for a ringer because I've been
Aw,
cheating.
aw, they got a cyber power.
Aw.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, the puppy is a ringer in there, so it's like it's not really fair.
Yeah, it's like Karma Horn.
Yeah. But
I'll upvote it because doggo specs. Pup refs
that dog
in,
could save anything.
right? Hey, what was the dog's yearbook quote, Ian?
What?
High school was rough.
Oh. Yeah. I thought I could figure that out, but
Now, are we
I
like
knew it was something rough, but
right now? Are we rating all these or just not the
not
ringer?
off.
Or
Not the ringer, just the three.
okay, bye bye, cute doggo. Okay,
Oh.
so hmm,
I would have to go. It's hard, man. Like
hmm,
I don't know. I'd probably go 2, 3, 1 because the one is kind of boring for me.
yeah, me too. Because two,
You didn't
even
even
though
say anything about it.
nah, I did nah. It's just like I think those are speakers, and like I mean, yeah, everything is cable managed, so that's pretty tight. But like the keyboard, mouse, and then the giant mouse pad, you can't even tell which one's which. It's just a black blur.
Yeah.
And I mean, the pictures are just like they fade off into the distance. You can't tell what they are. Even when it's look, you zoom enhance, and it's just a wash. So like, nah.
Yeah.
I mean, they did it right, but
Hell
then they
to the
didn't.
no.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd rather have
Hell
this
no.
than anything that's on, average battle stations.
Or neckbeard nest.
Ugh.
Identify
So 10,000.2 people like
the
that.
substance.
I think this is piss. So basically, this guy is second to this guy, and then this guy's third in
What?
upvotes.
I don't know what they're on.
Fucking sucks. Next. So I started to have a theme in, but then I honestly,
fell apart, huh?
well, like I picked two. I was like, okay, these kind of go together, and then I kept finding ones I liked, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna take. I emailed them all to myself, and then I said, I'm gonna right before the show, I'm gonna pull out and decide which ones I actually want, and these are what I'm gonna post, and these are what I'm gonna post.
Okay. These ones?
Yeah. So this one was I was like, this doesn't matter.
Big ones?
I had two weeb ones that I was going. Excuse me, that I was
Fuck
gonna go
weeb.
with, but the other one was kind of weak weeb.
Weebly wobbly.
This one I like so much. I was like, It was always on my list of I gotta show it because it's cute.
Aw.
Well, they got the bubblegum keycaps. They got the bubblegum wallpaper that goes with it. They got similar color to their keyboard for their RAM.
Is that bubblegum? That looks like salmon or something.
Well, they called it bubblegum for the post. Salmon is more of a lighter, like a more pastel color.
Yeah, it's a little bit more richer, but it's got some kind of like orange in it a little bit.
Bubblegum, this is more saturated. This looks like you could chew it. Like it looks like Pepto.
Yeah.
I do have to agree with the comment, though. The comment was like, well, I don't think I'd go with the green fans, but that's personal preference. But,
Yeah, what is that? Is that you can't even like it's like a ghost image or whatever because it's like tinted, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Is that like a rad mounted vertically?
I think it looks like an in-win case, and they usually either have like your AIOs up top or to the side. I'd have to get a good look at what case is this. Wallpaper.
Yeah, but it's got like a up and down rad that's mounted on the top.
No, it's just across the length of the top. Hold on.
Never seen that before.
Hold on. Because I actually was looking at getting, I think, this same case. I think, yeah, here it is. The Inwin. I think it's the 301. Find one with the system built in it here. Hold on a second.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You shut up. Plus, it looked like it was an air system. Zoom enhance again. As you can see the little fan on the other side of the RAM. So I don't think those are actually attached to a radiator. Where the hell's a good shot of a case? Well, power supply is up there in this instance. Is it the 101 I'm thinking of? Kind of funny they put fans up against a glass window, so it's not like it's moving much air.
Put them on the glass.
And the N1 cases are numbered, so that's a 301. What's a 101? Yeah, they got another shield. See, this is the case I was originally going to go with when I decided to build this computer here. Because it's got these little hot swap bays for your hard drives and nice little what is it? A base? It's kind of a basement for your power supply, but it's up top instead of down. The only thing. Go ahead.
I was just curious. Isn't like a 240 size fan? Isn't that a common size? Because like I was trying to research like common fan sizes, and the wiki listed it as like there's like 200, 220, and 250.
I have no idea.
Like I've never heard of a 250.
About 250.
But
yeah, see they have cutouts here so you can like run a radiator right there on the side.
Yeah, putting anything up against glass so that you get no airflow.
Nah, it's just for the looks.
I don't think they would have any cutouts like because I have my one case, the older case has a like vents for the fan. You know, it's just an acrylic side window, so yeah, at least you could have like that's CNC cut or whatever. I guess that's how they do it. But I don't think you could really CNC glass or tempered glass, especially.
I don't know. See,
Never
now,
seen it, at least, with glass with vents on it.
I'm gonna throw my ringer in now because I didn't email it, but whatever. The none of it matters. Well, I said I've had 2 weeb ones. Simple weeb.
Well, the one actually had a. We'll go back to the other ones. The ones that had that like anime background. I think I only saw one of those. That one.
Well, look, he's got a little Miku figurine there, and he's got a little figure under his monitor.
Now, what's Miku?
That's the anime
boy.
character. Hatsume
Actually,
Miku.
I'm not getting into that. That's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
Already regretting.
Yeah. Hold on. Hatsume Miku. This
Hey.
character. See, right there in front of those books and that case for his power supply.
I know from hentai, hi means yes. Hi.
Yes, I know the GPU is in the 4X slot.
Yep.
Yeah, it says not bottlenecking. It still runs at full speed. Top slot is for SSD. And somebody said, "Hey, you should run your GPU in the top slot."
You said slot.
Yeah, they put their GPU in the 4X slot instead of the 16X. Whatever. Oh,
Whatever.
someone downvoted him. I'm gonna upvote him for saying that because he's just giving the fucking answer. But yeah, I was like, I mean, it's weeb, but it's not weeb enough. So I
Oh,
like
you're
this.
about to up it the next one, right?
Well, the other one's not weeb.
Oh.
I told you I was like, I don't want to make a theme.
So you
out of
didn't
that.
bring your weeb game this time, huh?
Nah.
Your weeb A game.
Here you go.
Oh, what's that on the screen there? What am I looking at?
I mean, make it bigger. That's what she said.
Yeah.
So we got Groot, 2 Groots. 2 Utes. The hell's
Those
a Ute?
2 Udes. I remember that movie.
Right.
Cousin Vinny.
Yeah, so
I remember I went back. I never even watched those Lethal Weapon movies in it, and I didn't know he was in those. Like, okay.
Right. So their theme is kind of green, so natural.
I like this one, man. This one's sweet.
He, even though he has a sound bar, I like it because it kind of goes with everything. Everything is like.
What's wrong with the sound bars, man?
Yeah,
you were always against those, weren't you?
Not were. I mean, in this instance, I can kind of understand because he wants everything lower to where it will fit under everything. Because anyway, the theme is kind of like green and then neutral, like blacks, browns, earth tones. I mean, the walls are like marble, which are kind of shitty because there's like a crease right along the edge there, but whatever. The lights even come up kind of green.
I like his plant is original too. Isn't that a cactus? I don't see that on setups too much.
No, it's usually succulents. But like the mouse is even kind of green. Not really, but
What notification did I just get in my phone? I don't even know what it is.
Sounded like eBay.
I need to take that notification off there.
But it looks good. It's alright. It's alright. I
Yeah, I like it.
commented,
Everything fits in together. Like I said, the cactus is original. All that shit, it's original.
and I was like, "Hey, where the hell was my comment?" I was like, "Hey, we're large monitors on top, buddies, because my shit's way up high too. Not that high. Theirs is actually higher than mine. Hey, we're big monitor on top, buddies, and they said, "Hey." So yeah, I like that.
Hey.
It's original. You don't see too many like this guy, and I was like, man, that's cool. I thought the Edison lights were like a specialty, but hell, you can get those at Walmart now.
Well, that one kind of works better because it's like the bottom one is so small. Like it would kind of look weird just being a small little thing on top.
Yeah, and then, like also they did the big ass. I think this is even a Hallmark countertop, so it might be the same as mine. I'll have to look, but they got the same. Alex Torres. He just has he actually has a bigger desk. I'm saying he. It might be a girl. I don't know. They have the leg in the middle, which I meant to do and haven't yet.
We know who it is.
Right. But they got the cables, they're not even that's not even cinched down, but it still looks pretty decent. And this one told myself no RGB. I don't know what happened.
So how many do you have here?
Just 3. I had that fourth
Do you
one
have
is
a ringer too?
I had that weeb one. That second weeb one was the ringer. I just threw it in to show you.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so we're gonna have to go back and see what we're judging here.
Hold on here. I gotta read the comments. Make sure someone told them you're talking in your mic wrong. Dude. Clock. Speakers. I already started scrolling, so I can't just
Rolling.
Yeah, I don't want to search. Someone said the Yeti is a side address microphone. Scroll up.
Has he got pointed? Is he got to point it at him like in a porno?
Yeah, look at it. Yeah, they got they got a Pip Boy. I didn't even realize that. And they got white Xbox controller, white audio engine speakers, and DAC amp.
Mm-hmm.
Now the thing is, though, even though they've got a portrait and a landscape monitor, that damn tower is so big it dwarfs it, makes it look small.
Yeah.
And once again, nano leaves, and it's kind of cool. They get all this going, but they have a window open, so you see some natural light. Even with all this shit.
Yeah.
So that's my 3.
The thing about RGB is you can't really just have like a basic setup. It's either like balls to the wall RGB or just like don't even have it on there.
Yeah, I saw a guy had a setup. It was like, my anti-RGB build, and it was, dark. You couldn't see anything. It just like a white light strip behind the computer.
Yeah.
Behind the desk, and then in the comments, they posted a picture with the lights on, and we're like, dude, your keyboard's RGB.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
And when I say RGB, I meant like if you're going to have like parts of it colorful, it's like colorful doesn't mix with just like other stuff. Yeah, like a white or something,
Right. So I would probably go 2, 3,
okay,
1.
Okay, what's 1, 2, and 3? Go
This
from 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, I go 2, 3, 1.
Okay, same
what did
way.
You say?
Same thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How the hell are we like exactly like on these?
On both of ours, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this one's just different. You don't see one like this all the time.
Right.
I think they have the monitor up high so you can sit at like from a distance and still watch it. But that's still if you're sitting down in a chair, that's way too high.
Well, the thing that works about theirs is like slanted too. Yours is you can't really slant yours, can you?
No, because it's on it's a TV stand, so it's meant to be either up or down. That's it.
It doesn't have anything to adjust it like angle wise, huh?
I can tilt. I can I can move it left to right, but no, up and down like that. I can't move it. You know what I mean? Like I can pull it to one side to get the cables plugged in on the other side, but that's it.
Yeah, my wall mount is you can adjust the angle on mine.
Oh, ain't you fancy?
Yeah. You just
Okay.
wanted to get something to put it up there.
Well, I wanted something that would hold it and that I could still fit another monitor underneath. Because I was looking, I could get another 34-inch, or I could go baller and do 38-inch.
Yeah.
But then I'd be losing any kind of room I have to squeeze my fingers in between the TV and the monitor down here.
Frank's just gonna have like monitors like on poles and shit from the floor.
One day you're gonna tune in and my desk is gonna break in half under the weight of all these screens.
Yeah.
Sad to say. Okay, hit us with the news theme song.
All right.
Do this.
I'm doing it because I feel like it.
The news, cause Franklin said so.
The news. I feel like doing the news.
Right.
That's why we're doing it. We're doing it because I feel like it.
Do it live.
Fuck it. We'll get that drop and do it live.
Uh-huh. Okay. So what's the story here?
What is the story here? Okay. So did you know that
Nope.
it's AMD's 50th anniversary? They've been on this planet for half a century.
Really?
Yes.
What's that?
1969.
I was gonna say 60s. Wow.
69.
69 dudes.
Yep. Yeah, and to celebrate that, they're going to be doing some anniversary versions of some of their products, like the 590 and the 2700X. Doesn't provide much in the way of information about the upcoming AMD 50th anniversary Ryzen 7 2700X, other than the basics of product name, description, manufacturing, part number, and price. As you can see in the screenshot above, the 50th anniversary Ryzen 7 2700X comes with the Wraith Prism cooler, just like the standard edition you can buy today. Its part number is whatever what spelled out to be. Very much like the box processor you can buy today, more letters and numbers, but with
words.
Yeah. But with the 50 in the place of the box string, with this in mind, it would be rational to expect the 50th anniversary to merely differentiate with its packaging and perhaps some kind of engraving in the IHS and or cooler. Modest changes to the 50th anniversary product are reflected in the pricing. Initial pricing isn't much higher than the standard edition processors in the US. As a reminder, the Texas reviewed the AMD almost about a year ago alongside the Ryzen 5 2600X. The pair won Hexus recommended awards, and the former comes with HCI6T. My thing is blocking it. 16 megabyte L3 cache, base turbo clocks at 3.7 gigahertz, 4.3 gigahertz, and it has a TDP of 105 watts. So I mean that I don't know. They might have something in there where it's like you might be able to tweak some things on there, but I don't think you're really going to get any really noticeable improvements with the actual hardware. I think they're just more like special edition, like the the 590Xs or the 590. Is it a 590X? Oh no, it's just RX 590. I'm sorry. It's just yellow, the graphics card. I don't know if you scroll down, you'll see that in the picture.
I saw it before I zoomed in. Looks like Bumblebee from Transformers.
Yeah. But yeah, you got any thoughts on that stuff?
Well, 50th anniversary motherboard.
Yeah, that looks kind of flashy.
Ooh. I mean, it looks a lot like their other motherboard, but okay.
Yeah. There's just little tweaks here and there, I guess, with the design.
Right. I can't believe it's been 50 years already.
Yeah. I looked on a wiki. I forget the guy's name. That's he broke off from another company and started it up or something.
I'm running the fan thing right now to diagnose my fans, and they're so quiet it's scaring me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's running through like each fan's characteristics, but it's not telling me the temps. It's just like almost silent.
Right. The wiki says Advanced Microsystems was formally incorporated on May 1st, 1969 by Jerry Sanders, along with 7 of his colleagues from Fairchild Semiconductor. Sanders, an electrical engineer who was the director of marketing at Fairchild, had, like many Fairchild executives, grown frustrated with the increasing lack of support, opportunity, and flexibility within the company. He decided to leave to start his own semiconductor company. Yeah.
Wow. So that dude's probably dead now,
huh? Yeah, depending on how old he was back then.
I mean, hell, even if you're 20, 50 years ago, that makes you 70.
Yeah. I mean, how old was like Steve Jobs and stuff when he started all that shit? He was like middle aged already, wasn't he, or something? And Bill Gates. It's not like they didn't start all. I mean, they started off from humble beginnings or whatever, but they didn't. I don't think they started off when they were like teenagers, did they? Because Frank doesn't know because he's not here right now. Because of fucking Google. Yeah, who's the main guy at Google there? You gotta say, my man. Damn. Fucking Google. I wonder, is he gonna drop? They're gonna kick him off? How much you guys want to bet? Because I think after a while, he does get kicked off. Most of the time so far, it's been what, like, yeah, there he went. I think after a while it'll time out and it'll get booted. The boot. What's that all about? Unless if that's like computer problem with this computer, I hope it didn't overheat. Like you were saying, if it overheats, it's gonna get kicked off. Well, and we'll see in a sec. I mean, I guess it's if it's his computer problem, we'll know if it takes a little bit longer. Yeah, he's not rejoining right away, so maybe there is something wrong. Let's see. Frankie, come back to us, please, please. Well, oh, what the heck? Okay. Yeah. Let me adjust screen share here. Might as well just keep reading on about the history then, because I don't want to skip ahead to the next article without him. The previous year, Robert Noyce, who had invented the first practical integrated circuit or the microchip in 1959 as Fairchild, had left Fairchild together with Gordon Moore and founded the semiconductor company Intel in July of 1968. In September 1969, AMD moved from its temporary location in Santa Clara to Sunnyvale, California, to immediately secure a customer base. AMD initially became a second source supplier of microchips designed by Fairchild and National Semiconductor. AMD first focused on producing logic chips. The company guaranteed quality control to United States military standard, an advantage in the early computer industry since unreliability in microchips was a distinct problem that customers, including computer manufacturers, the telecommunications industry, and the instrument manufacturers wanted to avoid. Oh boy. Yeah, it's pretty lengthy. All the history. That shit. 50 years. Going through 50 years of that shit. But they've come so far. We've come so far. And it's gonna head to the future of it is gonna be AMD. These nuts. Let me message him to see what's going on. Everything okay, dog. He's got an SSD, so it should be pretty easy. It should be pretty quick starting up. Usually timing that's pretty fast. Some wake up juice. Let's get Emmett some of that wake up juice. Hey man. Those were good. Those Back to the Future movies were pretty awesome. I wonder if they were to. I wonder what it would. If they would do any kind of like continuation after that, or like not like I don't know if like Back to the Future 4 or I don't know if I would. I definitely don't think I would do a reboot of those. I mean, I don't know if there's anything else that you could do. Like, if there's any kind of spin-off thing you could do with it, or I don't know. But I don't know what to ask Frank what his opinions are. Everything okay, dog. I hope his house didn't blow up. I need you, Frank. Where are you, Frank? Well, I don't know what else we can do here. I guess I could show you guys, maybe show you a couple other things I've been working on. Frank still hasn't even responded back, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Yeah. So, let me see. The cable combs. Hey, these are different variations of the fan splitters that I was doing. So I'm decided to do a 3-way one, and then I made just like a 2-way one. Well, I just wanted 2 on there. For my builds that I'm working on now, I think I might just do a 3-way one. It depends on what your, like how much amperage your fans draw, and like what the amperage of the header on your motherboard is. Obviously the safest way is if you just go from if you get some kind of like SATA or Molex to a, like a fan header or whatever. They make those. Or you can, be like me and reinvent the wheel, I guess, and do your own. But yeah, so yeah, so you read the message on there. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I think for me, I'm only gonna need, if I do 6 fans on the radiator on my 360 rad, I'm only gonna have to do, I'm gonna have 3 on one side and 3 on the other, and only 3 of those I think are the one, they're gonna probably just be the ones that are included with my AIO. I bought separate thermal like fans that are RGB that I'm gonna put on there too, but those go into a hub. But so I have those 3, and then I'm gonna include the 3 that came with the case that they have, each has their own fan header too, so that would be 6. So I think my motherboard has 3 fan headers on the motherboard, so I'd have to do I could do either 3 2-ways, or I could do just do 2 3-ways. But I think I'd go the safer route and just do the 2 3-ways. But basically, this is like it comes in like 2 parts here. I'm gonna get rid of the snapping. So this is the first part that's gonna be 3D printed out. That's like the bottom part of it, and then this is the. Let me unlink these because it's like following them, but yeah. So this is these 2 parts are getting 3D printed. I just have these modeled for reference so that like those could be modeled around them, but basically they're gonna be
Okay, sorry about that.
soldered together. Hey,
My
what happened there, buddy? You okay?
Well, I ran the fan configurator thingy before before it crashed, and it finished running. And where I said my fans are silent and it's not telling me the temps.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it crashed.
Oh shit.
So I just downloaded SpeedFan.
Do you think there's some
What?
kind of hardware problem on there though? You're pretty sure it's the thermal paste you got to reapply there, right?
I have no fucking idea. Because, I mean, the thermal paste really wouldn't. I mean, I just put the shit on. It's not. It's not like it's old and dry.
Right, but you were saying that you probably gonna have to reapply it or something like that.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I've seen guys do worse and still not have problems.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I
you've
don't
done
know.
just about every software thing that there is. Knock your head against the wall with this shit, you know.
Yeah. Well, when I was trying to change the fan speed, I noticed that I couldn't hear the fans ramp up or anything, and I'm like, well, what the hell, dude? I selected
What the hell?
I selected the full speed, and like, it didn't sound any different. But you should be able to hear a difference.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah. You should be able to. But you are, sorry.
huh?
But you're not hearing the difference, are you?
No. No, sir.
That Pikachu is really hiding today. Yeah, most of them covered up this time.
Well, I was moving around back there doing something with the computer, so. Anyway, sir.
Peekaboo, Pikachu.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, that's what I said.
Right.
I don't give a shit what you say, motherfucker.
Right. So it says I'm at 81 degrees right now.
That's some
85.
bullshit, dude.
Now
I
it's just
wonder,
70.
there could be a possibility that you have a faulty sensor, too.
Well, I mean, the shit went, it shut down. So whatever the hell I wanted to, I don't know.
Now, what did you say about, did you say it felt like hot air would be blowing out of there? Or I feel fine.
Yeah, nothing.
And that's kind of like why I think that there's something fishy's going on there, though.
I have no fucking idea, dude. I'm not gonna figure it out tonight, basically, because all this software to like get my fans going at right RPMs, I gotta sit and fucking watch tutorials on it because it's retarded.
No, you figure it out. We'll wait.
No, because we're already at 4 hours.
Okay, do you want to continue? You want me to continue on here?
I mean, are you not live anymore?
What? No, we're live.
It doesn't say live. Oh wait, never mind, I have the stylus thing, so it made everything grayed out.
Yeah.
There it is. It does say we're live. My bad. I lied, people.
Liar.
Yeah, I'm a lying liarton. Learning from watching you. Okay, what story? Did you start reading anything while I was gone?
No, because I didn't want to go on anything until I wasn't sure when you were going to come back.
I didn't either. I'm no guarantee that I'm going to stay here either, so if the shit dies, I'm just going to let it go to sleep.
McAfee joins Sophos, Avira, Avast. The latest Windows update breaks them all. A range of fixes and workarounds have been published. Most recent Windows patch released April 9th seems to have done something still to be determined that's causing problems with anti-malware software. Over the past few days, Microsoft has been adding more and more antivirus scanners to its list of known issues. As of publication time, client-side antivirus software from Sophos, Avira, Archibit, Avast, and most recently McAfee are all showing problems with the patch. Affected machines seem to be fine until an attempt is made to log in, at which point the system grinds to a halt. It's not immediately clear if systems are freezing altogether or just going extraordinarily slowly. Some users have reported that they can log in, but the process takes 10 or more hours. Logging into Windows 7 8.1, Server 2008 R2, and Server 2012, the Server 2012 R2 are all affected. Booting it into safe mode is unaffected, and the current advice is to use the method to disable the software applications and allow the machines to boot normally. Sophos additionally reports that adding the antivirus software's own directory to the list of excluded locations also serves as a fix, which is a little strange. They're currently blocking the update for Sophos, Severa, and Archibit users, with McAfee still under investigation. Archibit and Avast have published updates that address the problem. Avast recommends leaving systems at the login screen for about 15 minutes and then rebooting the antivirus software should then update itself automatically in the background. So it's kind of a mess.
Yeah.
That sucks. Facebook fights to shield Zuckerberg, quote unquote, from punishment in U.S. privacy probe. Facebook FTC settlement could include heightened oversight of Zuckerberg. FTC officials are discussing whether to hold Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg personally accountable for Facebook's privacy failures. According to reports by the Washington Post and NBC News, Facebook has been trying to protect Zuckerberg from that possibility in negotiations with the FTC, the Post wrote. They're exploring his past statements on privacy and weighing whether to seek new heightened oversight of his leadership, Post reported, citing anonymous sources who are familiar with the FTC discussions. They want to hold him accountable for Facebook's data lapses, which come in the context of wide-ranging talks between the FTC and Facebook that could settle the government's more than year-old probe, Post wrote. You got any thoughts on that?
So basically, I'm like the latest Windows update breaks everything, huh? Pretty much.
No, I'm talking about this Facebook thing now.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't have the new story up. I still had the old one up. Let me. My bad. Let me open that up. 1 second. 2 if it freezes. Okay.
Yeah, I was talking about a different story.
I'm sorry. You were just talking and talking and talking. I thought you were reading a long article.
No, those are just a couple paragraphs from it.
Oh.
What do you think about all that Facebook stuff, though? Like, I remember they were trying to explain basically to idiots in Congress about like oversimplifying it and shit for him, wasn't he?
I mean, it's like I don't know, man. It's crazy, man. Like,
I forget what he was saying to them.
you're a stupid head.
Yeah. Okay, well, those articles don't get you. Let's get into some gaming news.
Games?
Yeah. Games. Video games. Okay, this one's about console gaming is at a crossroads. The PlayStation 5 and all digital Xbox One S represent a disparate futures. Sony and Microsoft have been walking the same path for nearly 20 years when it comes to gaming hardware. Instead of leave shiny silver game discs dangle from the trees with black and white boxes of what the fuck is that talking about? Anyways, basically the main reason I chose this article is like because of that Xbox One X. I saw guys saying like, he's like, how much are they charging for this now? So they're gonna be taking away. It's gonna basically be the same, except they're gonna be taking away discs and making it all digital, and I think they're gonna give you a couple games that are included with it. But basically, they're really pushing for the Games Pass thing. But basically, you're gonna be paying a higher price for you're actually getting less hardware.
Mm. Pay more for less. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's going to be $250, whereas you could get an Xbox One S, with the Minecraft and everything, like for under $100 or $200. It's about the $200 price point, I think now, 200 sub 200 somewhere around there. And I think the PlayStation 5 wasn't looking much better. I forgot to read what they were talking about with the PlayStation, but I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that? Sure. Too bad Floyd's not here to stick up for her, but
I mean, basically, it's the same thing as before. Like,
yeah,
the PlayStation and the Xbox were based off of AMD CPU, right?
yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, people were hoping that the price point would save this. It'd be they're making it pretty cheap. It would be a pretty kick-ass system, but
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy.
Well,
I
because
want your money.
Right. Well, because I have a couple little articles about the specs.
Okay, so you do have a related article. Then go ahead.
Hold on, let me pull them up. Why Sony's PlayStation 5 specs matter to PC gamers, Ryzen, Radeon, SSDs, and ray tracing.
Okay, good. So you can explain a little bit about the PlayStation stuff then.
Well, see, the reason that it's these articles are leaning heavy on the PlayStation instead of the Xbox is because, like this headline here, AMD beats. I gotta zoom in so you can read the fucking thing. AMD beats out Nvidia and Intel for PlayStation 5 processor, and what that means for gamers. So, and there's a whole thing about the effects it can have to, because supposedly it's gonna be completely AMD. Like, it's gonna have a Navi GPU. I don't know if that's going to be an APU or not. Probably, and AMD CPU supposedly. Yeah, 7 nanometer Ryzen CPU and Navi GPU. So with Infinity Fabric. Blah blah blah. I mean, to be honest, I figured this would be a hot talk, a hot talking point that we would both be more aware on the details by this point. I think it's really just going to come down to if they're using exactly the same components as the latest computers, then it's going to probably perform a lot better, and ports aren't going to suck on computers as much as they have. Because what the thing is, lately they've designed the ports for the console first, and then they make it work on a computer, and it sucks. Whereas if the console is going to be basically a badass computer instead of an ass bad computer,
right?
I don't know. This one has a whole thing about ray tracing. AMD's next generation Navi GPU architecture will handle graphics duties PlayStation 5. Blah, 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 and it says that PlayStation 5's Navi GPU should support real-time ray tracing. AMD hasn't divulged plans to support this real-time. So take everything with a grain of salt, because it's all like supposed and next gen and hush hush. I mean, all Xbox has done is release one without a fucking disk drive, which is really. If it had been a computer, would you even care?
Nah. Give a shit, Max.
So, yeah, that's there's a whole lot of stuff. If you guys want to read, I'm not a console guy, so I don't care really either way. But if it makes my games come out better, then then
Yeah.
I kind of care. Like you said though, Crossroads, not really. If it's just the same place we've been, just better.
Yeah. I'm all
But
about them putting, getting development on other platforms is good for everybody,
right now, what's this? Shadows Die Twice.
Okay, I don't know if they do a review on it. I saw this game and I'm sort of interested in getting it. It's Sekiro. It's basically like a samurai ninja game, It's like you got it. It's a lot of sword fighting and you do a lot of stealth and everything in there too. It's the thing about it is like it's like one of the most challenging. It was reviewed as one of the most challenging games of the year. So like they don't give you any kind of pity or anything in this game. It's hard as fuck.
Oh no.
Yeah, like if you do like a save point, like all the people that you've killed around it there is like they regenerate when you go back to the save point or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, so like they do a lot like the sword fighting and everything is a bit more complicated. So like you can't button mash or anything. They said you can't button mash your way to beating the bosses and everything. But the graphics on it look pretty good. The art in the game is beautiful. I mean, I like it.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Another thing that I liked on there was, those Just Cause games.
Yes.
Yeah, I forget what. Did you play any of those?
Nah.
No, but you get like the gist of the basic like gameplay about how you have like that grappling hook and all that shit.
Sure.
Well, you get a grappling hook in this game, which is pretty cool. It works pretty similarly, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, your character and spoiler alert, but it's pretty early on. Basically, the first level or whatever in the game is like after that is you get your arm cut off and you have like a mechanical arm with a grappling hook or whatever.
Wow.
And so you're like a one-handed samurai that kills everybody,
I'll check that out.
That's pretty cool. It's available on computer, Xbox, like all the majors, I don't know if it's probably going to be on Steam, I think. I don't know.
Nope,
It just
Epic
came
Store
out.
exclusive. Now, what's this here about EU charges? Valve and 5 game publishers with unfair geo-blocking?
Yeah, the European.
I'd heard about this.
The European Commission charged Valve and 5 game publishers with preventing consumers from shopping around across the EU. I thought I linked to the full story.
I don't know, but I clicked it.
Yeah, that's fine. The EU charged Valve, the owner of video game distribution platform Steam, and 5 game publishers on Friday with preventing EU customers from shopping, or consumers from shopping around within the European Union to find the best deal for the games they offer. Bell responded saying it stopped region blocking in 2015. PC game editor Jeff Grubb has a piece about what this means that went up this morning. The case and the latest move by EU antitrust regulators against cross-border curbs and online trade key to what is seen as a major part of economic growth in the 28-country bloc. Well, basically, you know a little bit more about this than if you had something somewhere on there. Do you have the gist of anything else about what's going on with this?
No, I just heard about it. Basically, just like you said, the people are geo-locked and they're saying, no, you need to be a little better to your customers over there.
Well, me included, and for our audience, like what does geo blocking really like? What's that mean, basically?
Well, basically, unless you use a VPN, it determines that you're. It says, "Oh, you're in the UK. Yeah, you can't see all the games, and you can't buy everything, and it treats you differently than if you were in the US or certain other countries. Just
Why
like if
would
you go, like if you go to Netflix, you can't view everything unless you use a VPN and tell it you're in the US, etc.
But why would certain companies want to do that though? Like
Well,
they wouldn't want you to have everything on their service or something, or
I don't know if I don't know the reasoning behind it. Because I saw this story before and I said, huh, well, I'm not outside of the US, so I don't really have any interest. I mean, not that I don't have interest, because whenever they screw over their customers, that's always very important. But it
But the
wasn't
thing
as
is a
press.
lot of EU stuff, just like our country, can have an influence on other countries. Like everybody's worried about that Article 13. Like that could affect us, right? Hello, anybody? Uh-uh. Oh yeah, sorry, we got some dead air here. I wasn't thinking of Frank. Frank, I get. I guess the shit crashed again. All he says is "let it cool down." He texted. Okay, let me see what he wants to do. What do you want to do? Um, I guess I could just wrap up on. I only have a couple more articles. What the fuck articles? Um, yeah, and I feel bad for him, man. I hope he gets. I'm kind of scared because I still haven't put my system together with my AIO and stuff, and it's like that shit just makes me nervous, man. I think he's got an Enermax cooler, and I thought those were supposed to be pretty good. So I don't know what's going on with this shit. I hope it gets fixed though. Yeah, we'll see what he wants to do. But yeah, what is? Oh, you can see all my emoji fellows over there. I never noticed that yellow before over there. What do you want to do? What do you do? Yeah. Yeah. By the way, if there is anybody listening, do you guys have any other ideas of stuff we can put on the show? Do you guys miss like our trivia at all? I know we used to do trivia. Like any other ideas for segments and stuff? You guys could leave comments and shit about that. I know if we do so much already on the show, it's like, and we did trivia too. That put that back on there, that'd be like 5 hours. Be pretty long. But I mean, I had fun with it though. It was something different, you know. It's hard finding, you know, good quizzes on that shit unless we just did you know, the would you rather game and shit. Most of the time we just end up going on to that, but I don't know. I didn't have as much fun with that as, you know, like the trivia, I guess. Was because the other one you kind of had to think. But, I mean, the would you rather, that got us spiraling down into different discussions too, I guess. But yeah. I don't know, man. Well, Frank's computer is gonna be okay.
I hope so too.
Hey, got on here.
It was the same thing as last time. I ran the fan calibration bullshit, and by the time I got to 100, it crashed.
Well, this might. I don't know if it'll help at all, but I'll just screen share the rest of mine. I don't know why that would how that would help your shit, but
I mean, I don't think that's it. I think it was when I was running the calibration software, it fucked up.
Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, I only got a couple what the fuck articles here. Are you into like black holes and watching videos about those and shit, or reading about them? You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. What's up?
Oh, I said, are you interested in reading or watching videos about black holes or anything?
I mean, if my shit wasn't up to 90 degrees, yeah. Because then there'll be a black hole of me in the show.
Yeah. Well, I'm screen sharing here. There's a article about online trolls are harassing a scientist who helped take the first picture of a black hole. It says black holes don't suck, but sometimes the internet does.
Ooh.
And so here's a picture. You can see the scientist. She this is like a candid picture of her reaction to seeing the picture for the first time.
Mm.
And then, of course, the internet has to come along and fuck everything up. And so basically, they pile on the fact that she wasn't, not that she said that she was or anything. She wasn't like the only scientist that made this, put this picture together, because it was a collaboration of many scientists that you see, this picture wasn't just from like one telescope, it was from a whole bunch of telescopes that they had to use like supercomputers and stuff to take all these different pictures and data, and it was like petabytes of data actually that combined this into like a single picture that you see on there, which is basically like a blurry image of the ring around a black hole.
Right.
Because apparently you can use multiple telescopes to act like a larger telescope, which is, you need like the larger the telescope, the better to be able to get a higher resolution picture and to be able to see farther into space. And so you can use an array of telescopes and put those together, kind of like all the data and pictures and stuff or whatever. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but basically you can do that. And it was a collaboration. And they just kept, I guess, piling on the fact that it wasn't just her, because she's become kind of like the face for this whole thing because of her reaction in this picture. It's like, oh, look at her. And people are just being assholes, I guess.
Why are people assholes, Ian?
I don't know why.
Oh. I don't know.
It's the internet, I guess. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that or anything?
I mean, it's cool when science does things, but I mean,
right, but I mean, she's happy and stuff. It's like, why do you get why does the internet got to pick on a girl?
that's
like
what the internet
scientist.
does.
I guess.
Are you new? You're new to the internet?
No, it just sucks though. You're worried about your computer, aren't you?
Well, yeah, it's jumping all over the fucking place. 80 degrees to 92. I don't know what the hell to do here, so. Because it'll either be fine at like 60 or it does this shit.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. The other two articles I could basically just read from the headlines. Anti-vax parents
are horrible.
Lose in New York court face steep fines for not vaccinating. Parents face fines of $1,000 for failing to vaccinate their exposed children.
I mean, what did they expect? I mean, we don't believe in it. Yeah, but you're putting other people in danger because you're a scared turd.
Danger.
Stranger danger.
And basically, I thought you would have some opinions on this one here. Okay. Amazon will force its Flex delivery drivers to snap selfies for face recognition authentication.
Good.
Now, for those of us that don't know, what is Amazon Flex?
Well, I'm not 100% familiar with it. I'm assuming it has to do with one of the fancy new ways that Amazon is doing their deliveries. It's either because I don't know. They're doing all kinds of bullshit. They got the locker thing that you can go pick it up at a fucking thing. They can go to your house, which is, I'm assuming that's what this is, where they come to your house and leave the shit inside the door. I don't know. Where I live, we just get, they just take it to either FedEx or the post office, and the post office loses it. Like I was saying, we had an incident here. My wife and I ordered something on Amazon recently, and it was Prime, and it was given to our post office at the beginning of the week, and they said it's given to the post office to finish the delivery, and we're both like, oh no. And they kept saying, oh, it'll come tomorrow. It'll come tomorrow. And the post office's website said, no, it's not going to come until the 18th. And we're like, no, you fuckers lost it. And they finally let us get a fucking refund. It's not Amazon's fault our post office sucks.
Right.
So all I can say is I'm hoping to be able to go to where Amazon drivers will come straight to my house. That'd be cool. But I don't see that in the foreseeable future where I'm at. But I know facial recognition has been a hot button issue because certain police precincts are trying to use it, and people are mad. And the old thing of, well, if you don't do nothing, why you got to worry?
Well, it says make $18 to $25 an hour, be your own boss, set your own schedule, and have more time to pursue your goals and dreams. Join us and put the power of Amazon behind
So
you.
it's Uber for Amazon packages.
I'm guessing. So if that's the case, then fuck yeah, that's a good thing, having the snap selfies. There was an update on here though. It said Amazon declined to provide a statement, but a spokesperson noted that Flex drivers already verify their identities when they check in for their delivery block, and attempted to frame the change on something in drivers' best interest. An additional step Amazon Flex participants take to protect fraudulent activity against their account. Prompts for photo identification were described as happening regularly, but not on every sign-in. The program owes not, according to Amazon, Compass DSPs.
Well, with like actual like freight delivery services in the loading dock that I've worked at, if a driver brings in a piece of equipment, he brings out his own cell phone and snaps a picture of the product to show that it arrived safely. And since this is like probably guys operating out of a van, why not have a picture of themselves since they don't have to provide their ID, I guess.
Grape fan.
But yeah, I mean, why not, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like with Uber, Uber can't do enough to make sure that shit's safe, you know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But anyways, did you I think you didn't really have too much overlap with my articles, so I don't know how much unique shit you got on yours, but
well, I'm just gonna throw a couple in here because A, it's late, and B, I don't want to do this from a pile of smoke.
Right.
Give me a second to copy this article over to my other window. Unless you want to look at it from a portrait screen.
That wouldn't be very fun. Of a portrait 4K screen.
Right?
Windowed.
Why can I not fucking zoom in? Come on. Shit's just not going my fucking way. And if Doug pops in,
That would suck too.
yeah, Doug, you're my friend and all, but
Not tonight, man.
yeah, you're gonna jump in and try and ride that train, suck a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
I don't need commentary from a guy who's still rocking the G3 hardware.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, since I can't zoom, I'll just go ahead and read. Trump's FCC is auctioning the wrong 5G spectrum.
Mm.
I don't know if you saw recently that they want to become the leader of 5G, and it's a race that they can't afford to lose. Well,
So there's like they should be focusing on other bands of radio, of frequencies or whatever. Oh man. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
it's all about 5G now, Trump said. Oh boy, it's like your grandpa talking about it. We were 4G, and everyone was saying we had to get 4G, and then they said before that we have to get 3G, and now we have to get 5. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Grampy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Grandpappy.
But our test in Chicago and Dallas recently showed that millimeter wave may be the wrong place for FCC to focus. The millimeter wave cell sites we saw go between 350 to 600 feet of range, enough for key downtown hotspots to be sure, but without the range to cover entire cities or countries, that's far short of what the companies involved have quoted me in the past. Verizon is giving me numbers between 800 feet and 3,000 feet, depending on the circumference. Or circumstance, sorry. So basically, they're saying, nah, dude, they're doing it wrong. And I say, duh.
Yeah.
And basically, I have another article that says it's in kind of the same vein. I'm not going to read it because that would just be A, repeating the same thing, and B, our audience is intelligent and can read.
Yeah.
But it's good to have multiple sources.
That's true.
If this shit will load, 76 degrees. And 80 something now. But anyway. Yeah, the FCC's big millimeter wave auction won't help speed up 5G rollout all that much. Which is basically the same thing. So, but I'd sent you one of these two articles last week. I can't remember which one it was. So, zoom enhance if I can. Here we go. FCC is cracking down on sellers of streaming players not approved by the FCC. Those set-top boxes that let you watch, questionable content.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I remember that.
I don't know which one I sent you, but I have two.
He sent it to me in the messages, yeah.
You could be looking at huge fines from the FCC for your bootleg streaming device, and then there's an update. So I didn't even read the article. I went straight to the update.
You could be looking at huge fines for what?
Hold on, let me back to the top.
Sorry.
You could be looking at huge fines from the FCC for your bootleg streaming devices. And then update, because apparently this article was updated.
Okay.
Update. In an email to Gizmodo, FCC spokesperson appeared to backpedal on some of the agency's original claims. The spokesperson wanted to clarify that to the extent a consumer are operating such devices, they could technically fall under the stipulations of what happens if manufacturers, retailers, or operators do not comply with FCC's rules. Part of the advisory. That show is simply advise consumers to not use unauthorized devices. So, let me find that. Users, manufacturers, and foreign retailers that violate commission's marketing rules may be subject to penalties authorized by the commission, including but not limited to substantial monetary fines up to $19,693 per day of marketing violations, and up to. So basically, they're going to make it so expensive that if you do it once, then you're fucked.
Well, like if just using the box, you're gonna get fined that much.
Hey. I don't know. This is all... they're just going to find one meemaw who got a fucking box from her son and, used it, and they're going to put her in prison.
Well, yeah, I mean, it seems like so far most of these articles have been about the manufacturer getting in trouble of it.
Right. Because that's the way you move the, bad product. One or two people getting on it and using it aren't as big a deal.
Well, I mean, if you're not going out and getting like anything, like if you're not, like going out and searching for it yourself, if you're just operating what's already been given to you that you've actually bought, I mean, that's not even. I mean, I wouldn't say that that's really protected because it's it's like the same thing where you're, be like, well, hey, I wasn't the one that sold those illegal guns to me.
Right.
I just bought them, But I mean,
it's like buying stolen property. You can still be liable.
Yeah, I mean, you could be hit with something, but I'm just saying, like this sounds like this article is more towards the manufacturer, but it's
they include the people at the addendum here. It says that operating such devices. So I mean, it's not that long an article. I'm not going to sit and read it verbatim, but
you could be. They'd have to figure out how to do it because like usually back in the days of like Napster and stuff, they would just do like the ridiculous like $25,000 or $250,000 per infringement. But when you're streaming, that's hard to like put that in chunks and then
Well, in the where they commented, they said that, well, hold on. In that section, it goes per day of violation. See, monetary fines up to 20 grand per day of marketing violation, because they don't actually care about the product getting out and your IP being, wasted. It's the matter of them losing out on the advertising and marketing. So each day that you use said device, I mean, that's got to be a little better than if you watch 10 bootleg movies a day. You're only fined 20 times 10 instead of, or if you only do it, one day, then that's still only 20 grand versus 20 times 10.
Well, that sounds a lot cheaper than, I mean, still traditionally, you're still like you could be fined up to like, what is it, $250,000 per like song or video or something.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably, when they put it onto days, they're probably looking at a way to max it out, because people are going to use their service for an entire month or two before they realize that they get flagged.
Yeah.
So,
really, they have to go after the add-on manufacturer because people still just use it on. They use them with devices that it didn't come with those,
Yeah, but anyway, this is all just I'm sure part of it is probably more smoke and warning than actual policy, but you got to pay attention to it because now even Kodi and other programs are viewed with the same glasses as to say like torrents were illegal, when technically no, a torrent is itself not illegal, but the content you can distribute with it can be. Same with Kodi, same with and it can be a negative view when it's not a bad thing. Just a media aggregator.
Yeah,
but here's another article just to keep going. The Samsung Galaxy Fold screen broke after just a day. You remember that $2,000 fucking foldable phone?
Yep.
Yeah, that shit broke, dog.
You know, hey Frank.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna happen to the shops that are selling those?
They're gonna fold.
Yeah. Hey, you
Oh, yeah.
got it.
Yeah. I'm gonna play a little video here from this guy's Twitter. After 1 day of use. How mad would you be?
Oh. That would suck, dude.
I mean, and not just the one guy. What's his name from Marquise Brown or whatever from YouTube? The phone comes with this protective layer of film. Samsung says you're not supposed to remove it. I removed it, not knowing you're not supposed to. Consumers won't know either. It appeared removable in the left corner, so I took it off. I believe this contributed to the problem. Yeah, so it has a screen protector that you're not supposed to take off, and now the screen don't work. Same with like I said, Marquise Brown. He's like, yeah, this looks like you could remove it. Don't do that. I tried that.
Don't do it.
So, I mean, they ought to make that was the one headline was like they're not apparently that rugged. My iPhone, I had the first iPhone, and the bottom of the screen went dead within the first month, and they're like, yeah, it's because of people using them, and they're like, so people didn't plan on people actually using the things. I don't.
Right.
And you asked, well, that's their own fault for not doing what Apple said and not using it.
Yeah. It's their own fault. What do you expect them to do?
Right, you buy it and put the box on the shelf and say there it is, and you go about your business. So anyway, speaking on phones, Google Camera 6.2 adds AI kissing detection for the Pixel 3. I had to scroll through. This article was in my newsfeed, but not this exact article. I had to look for the similar related articles because the headline I saw was from The Verge. And first, fuck The Verge. Fuck The Verge again. And three, their title was even stupider. Now with a Google Pixel camera, you can detect yourself kissing. What? Like, I actually got to look it up. It was so damn stupid. Yeah, here we go. Here's their title. Zoom. Oh, fuck you with your full screen ad. Really?
Holy shit, dude.
Jesus. All I did was zoom. Okay. Google Pixel 3 uses AI to detect when you're kissing someone in a selfie.
Why?
A built-in kiss cam, which I don't understand. You do a selfie with somebody and it detects that you're kissing somebody?
Does it put some kind of filter on it or enhance the picture in a certain way?
Well, first of all, I guess in a selfie, if you're busy kissing them, you're not even noticing that you're taking a selfie. It's going to look like shit. Who cares? So,
right. Well, I mean, if you're looking at them while you're kissing them on the cheek or something like that,
I don't know, but it's in the Google Camera app. If I was looking at possibly getting the Razer Phone 2.
Oh, really?
Like the camera's crap. Get the Pixel camera, the app works fine. So I just thought that was interesting.
You're gonna go away from the Pixels, huh?
If the next one has a hole punch or a notch, yes, because I don't want that bullshit. Anyway,
right.
I found this interesting. Asus giving away cooling kits for the TR4 socket motherboards, basically for your VRMs. Because I told you they go to the second gen. You can run in the first gen motherboard, but it's going to be a lot hotter, and the VRMs are what generates so much heat. So you can buy a kit for the Zenith Extreme and my motherboard, the ROG Strix 399E Gaming, and the other one. It's a fan bracket that lets you strap a 40 millimeter fan onto your CPU VRM heatsink. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, don't use those; they're loud." Who gives a shit if it works? I'll take it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
But can you see what the temperature of your VRMs are on yours? Because hopefully
nah,
those aren't getting hot on yours.
I have no idea. I don't know. But it's it's option free. Copy, paste. I have this oh, here we go. Back to gaming kinda and tech kinda. NZXT. First, look at this case.
That's pretty nice.
It's Fallout related. It's blue and yellow. It says Vault-Tec. It's got the logo. It's got a little gear for the door or hatch or whatever to the vaults have always been a gear shape. So that's why there's a big gear at the. I think that's the puck that they always use for your headphones and shit, or your put your cables around it. It's shaped like a gear, and then
I like it because it's not like gaudy or whatever. It's pretty sleek.
And then the power button's even a little radioactive symbol. Got the Vault Boy on the back.
Yeah.
Now, the funny thing about this is, see, you got the case, which is it's just a H500 case, okay? So it's like 90 bucks.
NZXT.
Yeah, it's 90 bucks for the this branding basically.
Yeah, I was thinking about going with the 700i when I was looking around for a case.
And there we go. You can buy a cover for the motherboard for 50 bucks because NZXT makes a motherboard too. So you can clip it. Basically, it goes over top of your motherboard to make it blue and yellow.
I didn't know NZXT made a motherboard.
Yeah, hold on. Image search for you.
Where are the reviews on that shit?
I don't know. Here we go. Category for their website. And of course, it's fucking small. Okay. See, it's all like white and black by default. And then they got like I said, the Vault Boy one, which is yellow, blue, and says Vault-Tec on it.
Well,
or if you get the Nuka-Cola case, you get the Nuka-Cola cover, which is actually kind of sweet looking. It's got the little chick on there, and even has little fake rust spots to make it look like the Nuka-Cola machine.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cool. You get a motherboard and a case.
No, that's interesting. I like it.
But they're only making like 1,000 of them, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let me copy this link. Okay. So going straight from Fallout news to Fallout news.
Copy that flap.
Yeah. They have the latest update from Bethesda here with a link to their website that basically explains the new stuff that's coming out in the latest update. It's actually kind of cool. It's some perks and challenges for survival mode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you can play either regular mode or survival. And if you play in survival, there are weekly challenges where if you do, say, like here, you claim a workshop, you build a turret or a trap, and you kill a human-like creature, you will get a legendary Gatling gun, which will reduce your target's damage output by 20% for 3 seconds, plus 10% damage while aiming, and plus 50 damage resistance while aiming. And they got other, weapons like a nightlight legendary Tesla rifle. Damage increases at night and decreases during the day. 25% faster fire rate and plus 1 perception. I mean, a lot of these are really cool. Where I'm like, boy, if I weren't so scared to play survival mode, because see, survival.
Yeah.
A lot of people are mad because they're like, oh, no one plays it. No, people play it. It's just that people play when they're like a level 100 and then they hop on and they just destroy you because they have all these legendary weapons. And Bethesda said they actually want all these like level 100 players on there because they're more likely, these guys are likely to do crazy shit and break the game. And survival mode is in beta right now. So if it's going to break, it's going to break in beta. So I can understand why they let them run around and break stuff. And they also changed it. So like I said, if you were playing and another player attacked you, you would just get what they call slap damage. You wouldn't actually get really hurt. It would take a long time for them to really damage you and or kill you if you didn't fight back. Well, now that there's a survival mode, they took away all slap damage from the game. So if someone shoots you, doesn't matter. If you don't fight back, you're not fighting. Well, that was kind of not true because your camp could still be attacked twice. I was out and just about in the, in the wasteland. Yeah, and some players came up to me and said, hey, man, do you got a camp over at so-and-so? I'm like, yeah, that's where I'm at. And they're like, yeah, that's destroyed. So someone destroyed my shit while I, wasn't, paying attention. And now they made it where other players can't destroy it as long as you don't attack. So,
attack it.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Also they're going to make it so before your camp couldn't be placed on certain terrain, which is stupid because West Virginia is a hilly, mountainous region. Why does it have to be a flat, level ground to build a fucking building? So, but I have that to look forward to. Also,
you're not gonna get to any of that shit, man. Are you crazy?
Well,
yeah. You gotta level up first, man.
I'm level 20. Floyd's actually higher, but that's because he plays all the damn time.
How does Floyd have like way more time than you? He's got kids and shit too.
He ignores them.
Go away, you bother me.
Yeah. Just let them run around until they run into the wall. Borderlands 3 PC is an Epic Games Store exclusive until 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, there was. I know the CEO. I was going to do an article about that, about how the CEO is like, Steam is going to be dead in 5 to 10 years or something.
Yeah. It's weak next. I think it's adorable that, Doug has any comment about gaming on a computer. For one, you like older hardware, and B, and second, you're gaming on a Mac. The only way you can game on a Mac is if you use a MacBook as a mouse pad.
I don't think he really cares about gaming on a Mac.
No,
to be honest, he's a Sony pony.
He doesn't even play modern games. But,
No.
Anyway.
He's kind of like Bannon with that.
But, Borderlands, I like Borderlands, but if I do have to get it, I'll probably end up getting like the Humble Bundle version.
I never saw any gameplay of that. What is that? What kind of game is that supposed to be like?
Borderlands?
Yeah, I never saw or played any of the other ones.
I played a little bit of I think 2.
Oh, okay.
It still has a couple of very interactive, character driven. You make choices that determine where the game goes. So that I like it, but you know, I blow a lot of time into Fallout, so I have it. I just haven't played. Now I saw this and I was like, okay, Asus ROG Raptor, gaming router. What? Okay, cool. I was like, okay, Wi-Fi 6, which
Gaming.
yeah, and it's Replica Gamers. It's got to be cool, right?
Sure.
Hold on. Look at this goddamn thing.
That's like an octopus, man.
Octopus only have 8 legs.
It's like
Fuck.
an orgy of octopuses.
Yeah,
That'd be octopi.
Octopi. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, there's
Pretty
8
bad.
legs. You're right, there are 8 legs. I counted wrong. Along with its WAN broadband connection and 2.5 fast to 5G wireless or fast wire connection, has an expected complement of 4 downstream gigabit LAN ports.
Yeah, I usually think of like an upside down spider or whatever with those. It's like it could walk.
Yeah. Number of antennas 8.
Was this supposed to be a review or just a specs article?
I think this is a review, but I just saw the thing and I had to share this amazing beast. Oh, they do a thing about the configuration. Wow. That's way more in depth than I thought I was going to go.
Well, what was the gaming part supposed to be? Was it just like maybe like less latency or
It's ROG, man.
they
It's,
touched it, right?
yeah, I mean it's
It's been through their hands.
so
It's what? Sorry, you
That's-
broke up.
yeah, it's fastest, the most crazy, but it's also probably the most expensive.
Yeah.
So
I wonder what the ping is with that kind of thing.
well, it said it's 12 point something gigabit, so I mean that's
Oh yeah, that's pretty good though.
hold on, I'm
Damn.
gonna go back to it real quick while I'm not screen shared. Let me see if it lets me do it. Yeah, it's a $450 router.
Yeah, it's a little bit of money. I mean, I could see that maybe it's a good router for like streamers and stuff, probably too. Oh boy. Well, it's a good thing we were wrapping up, anyways. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you're good at least you can say goodbye.
Goodbye.
I was like, well, at least we're wrapping up, anyways.
See, when you froze and then my Hangouts window opened back up, so I think it's fucking Google fucking up.
It's got to be Google, man. I have no doubt.
I mean, because this is, I mean, even though it was overheating, I don't think it's overheating anymore. This is, let me see. Yeah, I'm up to 82 degrees. That's hot, but still.
Yeah. What was like the max? You haven't gone over 100 on there, have you?
No, it's like 90 something. It stops.
Okay. Well, hopefully, all the best wishes, Frank, on your computer, man. Hopefully, it'll be okay.
Eh.
Problem is when it's hotter like that, it takes out the lifespan of it, you know.
Yeah. Peak performance. At 50 feet, it gets 731.4 megabits a second. Ports is a 12.5 GPS. Is that big G BPS? Is that gig a bit? Right?
I think so.
Well, anyway, we should get the fuck
It's too
off here.
late. It's too late to think.
Nah, dog, it's early. And I'm gonna get off here and let the computer get some rest and let my butt get feeling again.
Hey, you got to take out the dogs or anything?
Yes.
Okay, man. Well, like I said, thanks for coming on, and hopefully your computer will be okay.
Yeah, I hope so too. But you
I
have a
would get
good.
on checking that shit though, like physically.
Well, I
if you
mean,
can.
really, there ain't much I can do. I mean, if it's, I'll have to replace something, and I don't know what the hell. I don't think it's the pump. You would hear noise, right?
I would think so. The only things I would do is maybe feel, like if one of the pipes is hotter than the other, that it's not like getting any kind of airflow. The pump's not working. Then if it's like real hot on one side,
I mean,
pipe
I
and
did
not
hear.
the other.
I did hear a bit of noise, but it was like just a faint, like not a coil whine, but like I heard it before when I started the thing up because one of my fans was all uneven and it wasn't like running on, you know what I mean? It was like a little bit of noise from the fan because I
Yeah, yeah, that sucks, man. We'll give it to him. We were saying goodbye anyway, so if
had
he
the. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get the fuck off here, man.
okay, you're frozen again. I was gonna be like, we're saying goodbye, so if he got booted off, then I would just close it out. But at least you can say goodbye with me. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Getting the clip. Bye bye.
Views.
Mm.